What if living longer isn't mostly about expensive supplements, strict diets, or impossible workout routines? What if the biggest difference comes from a handful of small daily habits that quietly shape your health year after year? Research suggests that many of the chronic diseases people fear after 40 don't appear overnight. They develop slowly through thousands of everyday choices. The encouraging news is that the same process can work in your favor. Studies have found that simple habits, done consistently, can improve heart health, protect the brain, strengthen muscles, support metabolism, and even increase the chances of living a longer, healthier life. The challenge is knowing which habits actually matter, because some of the most powerful ones are also the easiest to overlook. And the final habits on this list may be affecting your health far more than you realize. Turning 40 is often described as reaching the halfway point of life. But biologically, it's also the decade when many important changes begin happening beneath the surface. Muscle mass gradually declines, bones become less dense, metabolism often slows, blood vessels become less flexible, recovery takes longer, sleep patterns can shift, hormones begin changing in both men and women. None of these changes mean that poor health is inevitable. In fact, experts believe that lifestyle choices made during the 40s, 50s, and 60s have an enormous influence on how healthy people remain in their later decades. Research suggests that genetics play an important role in longevity, but daily habits often determine how those genes are expressed. Scientists call this the interaction between genetics and lifestyle. While you can't change the DNA you inherited, you can influence many of the biological processes that affect aging. That's why two people of the same age can look, feel, and function very differently. One remains energetic, active, and independent. The other struggles with fatigue, chronic disease, and declining mobility. The difference often isn't one dramatic decision. It's hundreds of small decisions repeated every single day. In this video, we'll explore 10 evidence-based habits that can support healthy aging, reduce the risk of common age-related diseases, and help you stay physically and mentally strong for years to come. We'll begin with a habit that many people underestimate, even though it influences nearly every system in the human body. When most people think about staying healthy, they picture going to the gym. But research suggests that what you do during the other 23 hours of the day may be just as important. Many adults spend most of their day sitting, in the car, at a desk, on the couch, or in front of a television. Long periods of inactivity have been linked to an increased risk of cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, and earlier mortality, even among people who exercise regularly. The human body was designed to move frequently. Every time you walk, your muscles contract and help regulate blood sugar. Blood circulation improves. Joints receive nutrients through movement. The heart works more efficiently. Even the brain benefits from increased blood flow. Studies have found that regular movement throughout the day may improve insulin sensitivity, reduce inflammation, and support healthy blood pressure. The good news is that movement doesn't have to be intense. A brisk walk after meals, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, standing up every 30 to 60 minutes, doing light stretching while watching television, gardening, housework, playing with grandchildren. These small moments add up over weeks, months, and years. Experts also recommend including strength training at least twice each week. As people age, maintaining muscle becomes increasingly important because muscle supports balance, mobility, metabolism, and independence. Without regular resistance exercise, muscle loss can accelerate after age 40. That can increase the risk of falls, fractures, and loss of mobility later in life. Remember, the goal isn't to become an athlete. It's to become someone who keeps moving every single day. And while movement protects your muscles, the next habit protects something even more valuable, your brain. Sleep isn't simply a time when the body shuts down. It's one of the busiest periods for repair and recovery. While you sleep, your brain helps organize memories, clears away metabolic waste, regulates hormones, and supports emotional health. Your immune system carries out important repair processes. Muscles recover, cells repair damage accumulated during the day. Research suggests that consistently poor sleep is associated with higher risks of heart disease, obesity, depression, type 2 diabetes, and cognitive decline. Yet many adults over 40 accept poor sleep as a normal part of aging. It doesn't have to be. Experts believe that improving sleep habits can significantly improve both physical and mental health. One of the simplest strategies is maintaining a consistent sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at roughly the same time each day helps regulate your body's internal clock. Limiting bright screens before bedtime may also help, because blue light can interfere with melatonin production, the hormone that signals your body it's time to sleep. Creating a cool, dark, and quiet bedroom can improve sleep quality as well. It's also helpful to avoid large meals, excessive alcohol, or too much caffeine close to bedtime, as these can disrupt normal sleep cycles. If you regularly snore loudly, wake up gasping, or feel exhausted despite getting enough sleep, it may be worth discussing these symptoms with a healthcare professional. Conditions such as sleep apnea become more common with age and are treatable. Better sleep doesn't just help you feel rested tomorrow. It supports healthier blood vessels, a stronger immune system, better memory, improved mood, and more balanced hormones over the long term. But that's only part of the story. The next habit influences nearly every cell in your body, yet millions of adults consume far less of it than they should. After the age of 40, one of the biggest changes happening inside the body isn't always visible. It's the gradual loss of muscle. Research suggests that adults naturally lose muscle mass and strength as they age, a process known as age-related muscle loss. If left unchecked, this decline can affect balance, mobility, metabolism, and overall independence. Many people assume that muscle loss only affects athletes or older adults in their 70s and 80s. In reality, it often begins decades earlier. The encouraging news is that nutrition can make a significant difference. Protein provides the building blocks your body needs to repair and maintain muscle tissue. Studies have found that adults over 40 often benefit from consuming adequate protein throughout the day rather than eating most of it in one meal. Think about a typical breakfast. A piece of toast and coffee may satisfy hunger for a short time, but it provides very little protein. Compare that with Greek yogurt, eggs, cottage cheese, or a smoothie made with milk and high-protein ingredients. That simple change gives your muscles the nutrients they need much earlier in the day. Experts also recommend combining protein intake with regular resistance exercise. When muscles are challenged through strength training, they become more responsive to dietary protein. Together, these two habits help preserve lean muscle, improve strength, and support healthy aging. Good protein sources include fish, poultry, eggs, dairy products, beans, lentils, tofu, nuts, and seeds. The goal isn't necessarily eating huge amounts. It's making sure your body receives enough high-quality protein consistently throughout the day. Maintaining muscle isn't only about looking stronger. It's about climbing stairs with confidence, carrying groceries without strain, staying active with family, and reducing the risk of falls later in life. But muscle health depends on something else that many people overlook every single day: hydration. Water rarely gets the attention given to trendy diets or expensive supplements, yet every cell in your body depends on it. Water helps regulate body temperature, transport nutrients, lubricate joints, support digestion, remove waste products, and maintain healthy circulation. As people age, staying hydrated often becomes more challenging. Research suggests that the sensation of thirst becomes less reliable over time. That means many adults don't realize they're dehydrated until symptoms begin appearing. Even mild dehydration can contribute to fatigue, headaches, dizziness, reduced concentration, constipation, and decreased physical performance. For older adults, dehydration may also increase the risk of urinary tract infections, kidney problems, and falls. One of the easiest ways to improve hydration is to make drinking water a routine rather than waiting until you feel thirsty. Start the morning with a glass of water. Keep a reusable bottle nearby during the day. Drink water with meals. Increase fluid intake during hot weather or after physical activity. Foods can also contribute to hydration. Fresh fruits like watermelon, oranges, strawberries, and vegetables such as cucumbers, tomatoes, and lettuce contain significant amounts of water, while also providing valuable vitamins and minerals. It's important to remember that hydration needs vary depending on activity level, climate, body size, and certain medical conditions. If you have heart failure, kidney disease, or another condition requiring fluid restrictions, always follow your healthcare provider's recommendations. Hydration may seem like a simple habit, but over months and years, consistently supporting your body's basic needs can have a meaningful impact on overall health. And what scientists discovered next may surprise you. One of the most powerful longevity habits isn't found in your kitchen or your gym. It's found inside your relationships. Healthy aging isn't only about the body. It's also about staying connected. Research suggests that strong social relationships are associated with better physical health, improved mental well-being, and a lower risk of premature death. Humans are naturally social creatures. Meaningful conversations, shared experiences, and supportive relationships help reduce stress and contribute to emotional resilience. On the other hand, chronic loneliness and social isolation have been linked to increased risks of depression, cognitive decline, cardiovascular disease, and poorer overall health. That doesn't mean you need a large circle of friends. Quality matters far more than quantity. A close friend you can call, weekly dinners with family, volunteering in your community, joining a walking group, fitness class, book club, or local organization. Even brief positive interactions with neighbors or coworkers can contribute to a greater sense of connection. Experts believe that social engagement also challenges the brain. Conversations require memory, attention, language, and emotional processing, all of which help keep the mind active. For adults entering retirement, maintaining social routines becomes especially important. Without regular opportunities to connect, isolation can quietly increase over time. Building relationships doesn't always require dramatic changes. Sometimes it's as simple as making one phone call you've been putting off, accepting an invitation, or inviting someone to join you for a walk. These small moments often create lasting benefits for both emotional and physical health. But there's another daily habit that protects your brain in an entirely different way. It begins with curiosity. Many people believe that aging automatically means losing mental sharpness. Research tells a more encouraging story. Although certain cognitive changes are a normal part of aging, the brain remains remarkably adaptable throughout life. Scientists refer to this ability as neuroplasticity. It means the brain can continue forming new neural connections in response to learning and experience. Studies have found that mentally stimulating activities may help maintain cognitive function and support long-term brain health. The key is to challenge your brain in new ways. Read books on unfamiliar topics, learn a new language, take up photography, practice a musical instrument, solve puzzles, try strategy games, take an online class. Even learning to cook new recipes or use unfamiliar technology encourages the brain to adapt. Variety matters. Doing the same crossword puzzle every day is helpful, but exposing your brain to completely new experiences may provide even greater stimulation. Physical exercise and quality sleep also work together with mental activity to support brain function. Healthy blood flow delivers oxygen and nutrients to brain cells, while sleep helps consolidate what you've learned during the day. Experts believe that lifelong learning doesn't simply improve knowledge, it helps maintain confidence, independence, adaptability, and curiosity throughout later life. And perhaps most importantly, it reminds us that growing older doesn't mean stopping growth. The biggest mistake, however, comes later. Because even if you're exercising, eating well, staying hydrated, and keeping your brain active, one overlooked daily habit can quietly undermine all of those efforts. Stress is a normal part of life. In small amounts, it can even be helpful. It prepares your body to respond to challenges by increasing alertness and energy. The problem begins when stress never truly goes away. Research suggests that chronic stress can affect nearly every major system in the body. It may contribute to high blood pressure, weakened immune function, poor sleep, digestive problems, anxiety, depression, and an increased risk of heart disease. When you're under constant stress, your body continues producing hormones like cortisol. While cortisol is essential in the short term, consistently elevated levels may increase inflammation, disrupt blood sugar regulation, and make it harder for the body to recover and repair itself. Many adults over 40 carry responsibilities that can quietly build chronic stress. Work demands, financial concerns, caring for aging parents, supporting adult children, health challenges, life transitions. These pressures are real, but experts believe that how we respond to stress can significantly influence its impact on long-term health. Managing stress doesn't necessarily require long vacations or dramatic lifestyle changes. It often begins with small daily practices, a 10-minute walk outdoors, slow, controlled breathing, spending time in nature, listening to calming music, practicing mindfulness or meditation, writing in a journal, talking with a trusted friend, making time for hobbies that bring genuine enjoyment. Research has found that regular physical activity is also one of the most effective ways to reduce stress while improving mood and supporting cardiovascular health. Another important step is recognizing when stress becomes overwhelming. If persistent anxiety, sadness, or emotional exhaustion begins interfering with daily life, speaking with a qualified healthcare professional or mental health specialist can be an important part of caring for your overall well-being. Healthy aging isn't about eliminating every source of stress. It's about building resilience so your mind and body recover more effectively. And that's the common thread connecting every habit we've explored today. Looking back, none of these habits require perfection. They don't depend on expensive equipment, miracle supplements, or complicated routines. Instead, they build upon one another. Move your body every day, protect your sleep, eat enough quality protein, stay well hydrated, nurture meaningful relationships, keep learning and challenging your brain, manage stress before it becomes chronic. The key isn't trying to master all 7 habits overnight. Choose one. Practice it consistently for the next week. Once it becomes part of your routine, add another. Research suggests that lasting health improvements are more likely to come from sustainable habits than from short-term bursts of motivation. Small actions repeated consistently create powerful results over time. Imagine where those habits could lead 1 year from now. More energy, greater strength, sharper thinking, better mobility, improved confidence, and perhaps most importantly, more healthy years spent doing the things you love with the people who matter most. Healthy aging isn't about trying to stop the clock. It's about giving your body and mind the support they need to function at their best throughout every stage of life. A longer life is a wonderful goal, but a healthier life is an even better one. Research continues to show that the choices we make every day have a profound influence on how we age. While no habit can guarantee perfect health or prevent every illness, these evidence-based practices can improve the odds of maintaining strength, independence, and quality of life well into older age. Remember, healthy aging doesn't happen because of one perfect decision. It happens because of thousands of ordinary decisions made consistently over time. Every walk, every healthy meal, every good night's sleep, every glass of water, every meaningful conversation, every new skill you learn, every moment you choose to care for your physical and mental well-being. Those small choices become the foundation of a healthier future. And the best time to begin isn't next month or next year. It's today. If you found this video helpful, take a moment to subscribe for more science-based videos on healthy aging, longevity, nutrition, and disease prevention. Leave a comment below and tell us which of these daily habits you're going to start first. Your experience may encourage someone else to take the first step toward a healthier future. And if you know someone over 40 who could benefit from this information, share this video with them. Healthy habits become even more powerful when they're shared. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.